Hello and welcome to the Daily Loop. Right, let's get into it. I think the first thing we do is we check the transfer bids. We don't have any. I think one thing maybe we didn't do the other day, because we fell out of the habit, was the trading options. I think first we will check our trialists. Try and get an order to this, so we'll do trialists and then we'll do scouting pool and then we'll do the trading options last. Just because if we buy somebody they may have a trading option to select, I think that's logical, and then the trialists we're selecting may impact the players we buy, so I think there's a bit of a logic to that. So this guy, 38 natural fitness, don't really care about the marking. Speed's next though, so we might want to hold on to this guy for a bit yet. Yeah, just waiting for the tackling. I think agility come up 59. Control is good. Dribbling is only 24. I think. Yeah, we'll have a look what we're looking to bring in. So this guy's already got 55 speed, 57 agility. Tackling coming up. And passing on the horizon, composure. So yeah, I mean straight away probably bring this guy in instead of this guy. Right, let's see what else there is. One speed. I think the dribbling is next, but the finishing some ways off the speed, miles away. So let's just skip that guy. Only 16 passing, only 29 tackling. Don't use left back. Don't use right winger. Don't use left winger. Only 21 tackling and only the low finishing and long shots basically, so he's like wouldn't really be a defensive type midfielder, wouldn't really be an attacking one, so pass on him. Don't use right wing back, don't use left winger. I think just what is there is a bit low. I think another thing with in general, we don't need DCs either, so that's something else to bear in mind here. Maybe we bring in this guy potentially instead of this guy. Let's see what else there is. Only 14 determinations. I think we'll just pass on him. Don't use right winger, and I think just low vision and low tackling. So I think it's just a case of like there's this guy here. I think we just don't really want the DCs in general, so if we bring him in, we'll bring him in instead of one of the DCs. And I guess we'll bring him in I don't know. So this one is like, it's a bit low, but at least the passing and tackling is up soon. This one, the tackling is later. But I don't know. I mean, to be honest, yeah, it's not really that. I mean, it's the flare, finishing, and long shots that's high. None of that really matters. I think we'll just stick with this guy, actually. It's a shame there wasn't... I don't think there was anything much else that... Then strength. Then endurance, composure. Yeah, it's just too long to... At the end of the day, I think it's just too long to hold him. I don't know. Thing is, we just don't need a DC. That's not in sync. But yeah, the key attributes are coming up. CB. So I'm just mulling if we'll just put this guy in, but I think the problem with this guy is effectively like the speed matters a lot, the long shots is going to matter somewhat, the control matters somewhat, the flare will matter somewhat, the movement will matter quite a bit. Quite a few of the attributes that aren't even on the horizon are all going to matter here. Even the finishing is miles off. So I think we just won't. Doesn't make sense to bring him in. I think we'll just stick with these guys. basically. Let's see what happens. Right. And then we said we're going to go to the scouter players. I think with this one, we actually put a bid in the other day, but there was an issue, and none of the auction stuff run from yesterday. So the bid that, unfortunately, we won't end up with the guy that we bid for. Don't know if we would have got him or not, but definitely not getting him now. He would have ended up in the auctions today, but that hasn't happened, basically. So yeah, it's a shame we don't get to find out what happened, but whatever, we'll move on. So just sort by position here. I think one thing, we did play some friendlies just to try to gauge where things are at with our youth team and our senior team. We played a couple with the youth. I think they won the matches, and they won them quite convincingly. And that's basically playing the same tactic, but just putting in all the couple of players we bought in the 6 graduates. So I feel like we will look to move towards the senior tactic over time, but we're not in a rush because they can compete, and we just want to get promoted with them this season. So we'll see. Basically, it's just a case of picking up the right players. I think in particular, we're basically missing some pretty key stuff that we need, really. In particular, we're missing really the 2 wide midfielders, which ultimately would need to probably be 3 wide midfielders. The ML and MR and whatever, we don't have any of them. So yeah, so we'll look to sort that out, but at the end of the day, it's not that uninteresting content-wise for the youth team to play a completely different, not only tactic, but a totally different style to the senior team. So we're not in a huge rush. They're not playing the AML and AMR either, so it's sort of like two different tactics, neither which are anything like the popular tactics, and 2 completely different approaches, like a very long ball style thing with the youth team, and a very sort of controlled possession based tactic for the senior team. So I'm not too bothered. But one thing, we get to the point we're meant to say, was with the senior team, is that it's not as smooth sailing. Like, I think we were intentionally not changing stuff during these matches, by the way. We were just leaving our tactics as is, so we weren't really looking to, we weren't trying to, the purpose of playing these friendlies was not to win. So the purpose of playing these friendlies was to see how competitive our general tactic is and our general team is, without having to make any changes, just to get that baseline. Because we know, for example, we probably, if we were playing these matches ourselves, we'd probably convert some of these results around. Maybe like one of these draws into a win, and maybe the loss into a draw, or maybe both of these draws into wins or something. So I think that the overall takeaway, though, was that having this older keeper that's better isn't the worst thing, because we will drop points, and having a better keeper just means dropping less points straight up. So I think we will use him, is the point here, and we might need to be on the lookout for a better keeper than this guy. We might have been, I don't know if the word, like a bit overconfident, but I don't know. I mean, the other thing is maybe we just get some outfielder players to improve the team. It's not a huge sample size as well, with just a few friendlies. So anyway, I think on the whole, all I'm saying is we will drop points over the season, which is kind of an obvious statement, really. Of course, that was going to be the case, but I don't know. I just feel like on the whole, the youth team is going to do sort of better, I guess, like better points per game than the senior team, at least as things are. But we might be able to sign some players or whatever. Right, so let's go. This youth keeper, let's just know, and 77. So I like the 77-84. It's kind of fast enough and decent parrying and handling. I'm going to compare him to this guy. Yeah, I don't know. The thing is, this guy's not too bad. He's actually pretty good. So It's just that out of the keeper, as you would expect with how much we paid and whatnot, is better. Alright, we'll skip him. Don't use left back. I think not good enough. Good enough. Good enough. Too old. Good enough. Not quite good enough. Too old. 21 tackling. I think not quite where he needs to be. We just don't need DCs basically for our youth team. It's the one thing we got just too many of. I think just it's all right or whatever, but I think just between it's okay. We're all right with taking on this type of speed as long as it's made up for in other areas, but it's not right. It's just low aerial ability for starters, so we'll just skip him. Don't use right back too old. Don't use right back too old. Don't really want to use the right backs. Don't use left wing backs, so we'll just skip through them. DMC just too old and too old, but kind of alright. It's a shame on the vision. I think we will just skip him, but it's pretty good. Don't use right wing backs. So far, so pretty easy. Right, too old. He's fast, 87 speed. But I think we will just pass on him. He's got good dribbling, and the finishing is whatever. The crossing is whatever. I don't know. I'm put off by the passing because we want to retain possession and whatnot. So I'm put off by the passing. I'm also put off he can't do the up and back roll really because of the 12 tackling. So he's just an out and out attacking player, and I feel like I don't know. Maybe he's okay for that with the 70 dribbling and 70 strength. I don't know. Let's compare him to what's he ultimately compared to here in our team. Somebody like this guy, I suppose. So he's actually faster and got more strength, and he's actually better at finishing. He might actually be better than this guy, to be honest, because he's faster and he's got more strength. The dribbling is, I think that's only 50. He's 70. So 70, better finishing, 50 crossing, 87. I think he's just better for us than this guy, pretty much. He's faster, better dribbling, higher strength, 50 finishing. So one problem with this guy is he gets a lot of the chances and then he misses them all. The other guy is also younger. This guy has 62 ceiling. This guy has 61 ceiling, 37 passing. I think the other guy had about 37 passing as well. Yeah, 36. I think we just probably get him. And we can then make our decisions later, because the thing is, one of the main things we were talking about our other guy though is that we knew that we weren't happy with that lower passing, but I think it was just a combination. I think this guy's got higher crossing as well. I think this guy is just better for us. Yeah, and he's got higher crossing, so hopefully there's just a little bit more end product. Thing is, we don't really need the left midfielder, but we got extra positions to add. I don't know. This guy can play on the right. I kind of feel like it's okay. It's not ideal that this guy's also left. Thing is, this guy's not ideal either, to be honest, because he's only really suited for the up and back roll, and he's only got 34 tackling. does have the passing. I don't know. He's an upgrade. I think we just got to get him, and I feel like he's so cheap, and 87 speed is just so fast that we probably just got to get him. I think he's an upgrade over our right midfield, although obviously he's a left midfielder. It requires changing things around, but I think, and he's younger. Too many reasons, I think, right, to get him. So this guy, yeah, pass par. Ooh, So who is he going to be compared to? So he's fast, which doesn't matter too much, but it's possibly a bad thing if the endurance was low, but it's okay. He's got good control, decent passing vision, okay tackling, okay long shots, bad finishing, okay dribbling, good aerial ability. I think he's going to be compared to the guy we actually bought the other recently. I think he's just going to be compared to something like this guy. I think he's just compared to something like this guy. Problem with this guy, I mean, he's older. The problem is they don't have enough tackling. We really want them with more tackling. But he does have good control. I don't know, there's stuff to like in this guy, I would say. He's younger than the other guy. He does cost $1 million. I might just place the bid for him for $500,000. Because I'm really not sure about him. But you know, that's significant, getting him for half the price if we can pull it off. So I'm not that bothered, to be honest, about him. The other guy we may just buy. I have to go back. I can't even remember who he was anymore. The ML, right? This guy, see, this guy's a bit different because he's only 244k. I think we will just buy that guy, but we'll just finish looking first. Just place that bid so I don't forget. Right, so keep looking. Too old, not good enough. Don't use AML. He's decently fast for a player that age, but yeah, we just don't use AML, so not bothered. I think we got other AMC, so we don't, not bothered. He's only got 10 determination. Yeah, not good. It's not good enough. Too old. 24 long shots. I think just not quite good, not good. Yeah, I say not good enough basically. Don't use AMR. Don't use AMR. 17 speed. And other stuff too low. Yeah, not as good as the striker we've got. That's 20, I think. And yeah, so I think it's just the ML. Honestly, I think we'll just buy him because it's not enough to stress over. We can just try him out, play matches, and if it doesn't work out, we'll just sell him and lose the 100k or whatever. I'm not going to stress about this. I think because he could potentially just be the best wide midfielder we have. It may not work out. So we can flip all this around. I think the question is just, is he better than Raphael, or does he come in Raphael's injured? 47. I mean, Raphael's got quite a higher overall, but that's the thing. This other guy has got. Let's just have a look. What his endurance is 87. This guy, his endurance is, yeah, so I don't know. We'll try friendly after. We'll try something. We'll play some matches to sort it out. So, but it might be time for Bazil to leave at some point. I don't know. Still happy for him to hang around, to be honest, until we've sorted all of this out. So let's go to the training options. So this guy, let's have a look when his contract expires. February. So it's quite a ways off, and I just don't think we're going to use the fullbacks going forward, so not bothered about the contract extension. So we'll just pick what's best outside of that, and I'm pretty sure it's this one. Is this the one that's the striker? Yeah, this is the one that we want to do. Letty, he's the one we want to be a striker. So I guess we want the one that's the +4 finishing, probably. It's a shame that the marking, sorry, the determination is on the other side. It's interesting, that one. I think because the crossing, is that going to matter? He's got pretty high crossing, and he could be fast. Alright, so the crossing could matter here because he could end up drifting, I think, into channels potentially. So well, the dribbling matters as well. If that's, oh man, everything's. So I think the dribbling was on the other side. No, it's not part of it. I guess it's this one. It's a shame to not get the 3 determination, but I think that's the only thing that's tempting there. I think out of everything else, this side is obviously the movement matters quite a bit, but I think on the whole that just the 4 points in finishing, you can't really give that up if we want him to be a striker. It's just a shame about that 3 determination, to be honest. But I think it's got to be done. Right, this guy, I think this one's just better. He's going to get 1 extra passing, which straight away makes it worth doing anyway, regardless of anything else. So let's do it. This guy we're just looking to probably lose at some point. I think the +5 speed is just too big a deal here, so we'll grab that. I think he's the keeper that we would be happy to keep as the backup keeper, but then next season he's going to have regular wages, so to speak, so we're happy to have him around. I think we'll just right, so it's not clear. So this one you're going to get 1 extra command of area versus 1 extra strength. I guess we'll take the 1 extra command of area, I suppose. Not sure, but I guess we are. Supage. So you're gonna get. Sheesh. So one thing for him is that he will be starting every youth match, and the thing is, just this extra endurance and natural fitness is a pretty big deal, I would say, for just finishing out every match. I think we'll take this one. I'm not sure, like, we get the movement. I think the shame is to give up this 4 dribbling, I think kind of matters for him, but I think on the whole, him just never dipping below 80% condition in youth matches on the whole is just going to be more important, and I don't think he's got a future for our first team anyway, so yeah, we'll just pick the option that allows him to sort of do really good for the youth team. This guy, it's a fizzer. It's like, okay, so the movement and flair, the work rate, okay, it's not that, these attributes aren't that big a deal if they're all capped out, and then the fact that there's still quite a bit of room for growth. It's not bad news at all, because it kind of means that other attributes that may matter more might have a lot more room for growth. So in kind of, it's like good news that all of these are zeros to some degree. Maybe not the agility so much, but the other ones sort of. Right, he's already got pretty good dribbling, so getting that higher isn't necessarily bad, but he does have endurance and issues and stuff. I'd say probably we just want the extra points in composure, because that matters for a centre half at the end of the day, and the 1 extra natural fitness versus the 4 dribbling. I think we will take that. And then this guy, it's pretty obvious it's going to be this one, but he does, well, I say that, but on this one he does lose the 2 extra speed and the 2 extra aerial ability, which are 2 pretty important, really important things. But what does that take him down to? Yeah, so those things matter quite a lot, but you know, you're gaining 2 control, 2 passing, 1 vision, and 1 natural fitness, instead of losing some other stuff that at the end of the day, I think part of it is that all of these attributes matter that he's gaining, and all these other ones that he's losing so the control and the tackling matters. Natural fitness is going to matter a bit because he's starting. I think it's this one. It's not great, to be honest. We just need to be looking to sell this guy, I think. Alright, Octai. It's clearly going to be this one, but what are we getting? So the marking, that's not looking good, in the composure. So they're disappointing ones to see like that. But, you know, good news on the tackling, basically. This is the keeper that we wanted to try and build up. It's pretty obviously this one. The distribution and agility, but it's the +4 rushing out, +3 command, +6 determination. So that's okay. Dokken, we don't really care about the it's going to be this one, obviously. It's 1 composure and 2 finishing. That's not bad. He gets a little bit better at scoring, which is good for us. This is the graduate that we just had, the one that was just quite well rounded. We just wanted to get him probably as well rounded as possible. It's going to be this one. And Chapper, he's probably not. I think it's +4 endurance, strength. Yeah, it's just going to be this one, I think, mostly just because they look pretty similar or whatever. I can't be bothered working it out, but getting that extra right back position matters for us. Just have that option there, because we are playing fullbacks at the moment and he's on the bench, so just having that option. And then -1 work rate. So I think the +4 natural fitness against the we got 1 control. 1 control and 1 natural fitness, or 3 natural fitness and -1 work rate and +1 movement. He gets tired every match. We're subbing him off every match, so I think we've got to take the one with the extra natural fitness, I think. And then also, ironically, because he's got super high work rate and he's getting tired every match, so ironically maybe losing 1 work rate is a little bit good for that as well. So hopefully he won't have to be subbed off every match now. I think this guy is just awful. He's never going to be anything. So they get the extra agility on this side versus +2 parrying, +1 organisation, +3 command. I think it's still going to be this side. And then right, so this guy's playing -1 aerial ability, -1 speed, -1 marking, +1 natural fitness, +3 positioning. I think it's this side. And again, he's played for the youth team all last season, but he's just not really got any future for the team. I think we'll take this one. Right, so that's the training option selected. So yeah, cheers, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you the next one.